Welkom terug, jy's met eXpresso hier op SABC3. Dit is Woensdagoggend and I'm sure you're having lots of fun as we are having fun right here in studio this morning. Now something else that's very close to our eXpresso heart and I'm sure is close to your heart as well is taking care of the environment. Now consider wastewater. You know, the name itself implies that it is of no use, that it's just waste. But in a water-scarce environment, turning so-called wastewater, which includes grey water, and that's from baths, kitchens and washing clothes, and black water, also known as sewage, into water we can use would be incredibly useful and really good for our environment as well. Now, Spier's wastewater treatment plant does just that, and I reckon we need to take a sneak peek to see how it's done.
On the estate, there are different points where water is discharged, and this project we bring all that water together, and from here it then goes into this bioreactor through a pre-screening arrangement to get rid of small solids. And the bioreactor itself is the treatment plant. It takes out all that organic material, all the nutrients. The water after the bioreactor will go into the reed bed, and in the reed bed it's polished and softened a bit and allowed to commune with nature in some form. And then after the reed bed it goes into the round dam, which we call the yin-yang dam. It's just divided into two sections and we've got flow forms there, so there's a constant motion in that dam. And then from the dam it then gets pumped across into the irrigation dam. It's then pumped to various parts of the estate.
When the water comes out of the bioreactor, it is clean according to Department of Water standards. But I think we can do a lot better. So whatever pollutants are still in the water gets fed into the reed bed. In the root systems, there are little microorganisms that live, and they'll break down those pollutants into their basic parts. What happens is that the roots are able to soak them up and use it as plant food. And then what gets released is oxygen. So it's a wonderful balance because it's completely carbon neutral.
If you've got waste that goes into a river, organisms will come along and try and eat up that waste. So if that wastewater somehow finds its way into the river, the organisms will be there and they say, great, that's what we want. But the detractor is that they need oxygen to break down the food. So if you don't have enough river, enough aeration, then you don't get proper treatment. So what actually happens here is that we speed up the river process because it mimics 344 kilometers of the Easter River. Since we started getting water into the system, about 19 million liters has passed through the system and into this dam over here. And this dam has risen in level by about a meter. This water was topped up previously by the Tiva's Kloof scheme, but now it's completely fed by the water treatment plant.
Met hierdie systeem hou ons die rivierwater skoon, dat selfs die diere sal oorleef. Ons kyk as dit ware goed na die natuur met hierdie tipe plan wat ons nou mee vorendag gekom het.
One thing that's been really exciting working with Spier is that they had an idea of how sacred water is, and they did want to honour it. They didn't want to abuse it any further. So by working with plants and with nature and also including a creative design, they've been able to put something together that is beautiful.
Stay with eXpresso and SABC3.